Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back to Soapbox Sports. Clean takes, both debates straight from the Soapbox. Brian, we took a little vacation last week,
No,
man. What's going on, bro?
listen, sorry for the hiatus, man. The people was asking for us. I'm like, hold on, we got fans. They was
The
like,
person, the
they was like,
person.
they was like, yo, hey, listen, one is enough. They was like, yo, where y'all at? I'm like, oh my bad, I didn't know you was listening. And then we got the few followers that be like, yo, how the podcast going? I'm like, bro, you would know if you listen.
You would.
You
Yep.
would.
You
But
would.
all is well, man. All is well. So we got to backtrack, Chris. We got to
Dude,
backtrack a little bit.
can't duck the smoke, man. Got to go over what happened a week ago now, I guess. Yeah. In the Super Bowl, Seahawks beat my Patriots in a pretty
BTA.
convincing fashion, man. Pretty convincing fashion. But Brian, we got to get our quick thoughts on this. We'll be quick on the Super Bowl recap because I don't want to
Of course you
talk
don't.
about it too much. But man, was this a Seahawks win, man, or a Patriot loss?
I mean, this is easy to say. This is a Seahawks win. The defense was just too much for Drake May. Seahawks was the best team in the NFL, and it was clear towards the end of the season. And they just showed it in the Super Bowl. The best team won the game. If the Patriots would have won, I mean, it would have been Seahawks loss. So this game, this title would have been Seahawks win or Seahawks loss. Either way.
I agree.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna
you
rebuttal.
can't even
Oh,
go
yeah, they won. Yeah, they won, bro. So yeah, Brian, like real quick then. Who you think deserves the most blame for the Super Bowl, man?
Loss?
Blame pie. Yeah, like
The NFL schedulers. Listen, the Patriots should not have been there, but it was a great run. They've had the easiest schedule in the NFL all the way through. This is probably one of the easiest Super Bowl runs in NFL history. And you can't blame them for beating the people that is on their schedule. They did what they were supposed to do. But it's essentially elevated who the team actually is. And the team is a good team, probably great team, but they weren't like the best or top team in the NFL, in my opinion. If Bo Nix didn't get hurt, the Broncos would have been in the Super Bowl, and that would have been a much better game. But 11 of the teams that you play in the regular season fired their coaches, or 11 of your wins, those teams fired their coaches at the end of the season. Didn't play too many teams above 500. So, I mean, hey, and then you go up against CJ Stroud, Justin Herbert.
got
Bro,
MVP. Bro.
the guys who have terrible playoff history. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I blame the schedulers at the end of the day. The Patriots were not who we thought they were.
Patriots is exactly who I thought they were. Who I think deserves the most blame for the Super Bowl. It's Mike Vrabel, bro. Because going into the Super Bowl, I wasn't really confident. And this is like the first time for me as a Patriots fan going into a Super Bowl. I wasn't really rah-rah talking much because, like I could see what we were. We were an overachieving team, no doubt about it. But the one edge I thought we had was in the coaching advantage. And then Mike McDonald just outcoached Mike Vrabel. And not only did he outcoach him, he showed he had like kind of a little bit more stones than him because the Patriots defense, they were holding their own for most of that game. And then there's an opportunity for you to like go for it. You passing up 4th and 1s for what, bro? This isn't week 13. There's no more games left. Go for it, bro. Try and win the game. He never really sent that message to the team. It really just felt like, yeah, we're kind of happy to be here, watching the game, bro. But yeah, I give most of the blame to him, and then obviously Drake May. Like, you just gotta play better, bro. Like, you gotta play better. Like, it's really that simple. Hopefully, this experience helps him to grow. He got no help from his line, but at the end of the day, bro, like fumbling, it's been your biggest bugaboo.
It's been that all playoffs though. It's been that all playoffs when he played quality teams. But you see them getting back next year, Chris?
Probably not next year, but if they don't make it back within the next 2 years, because typically the teams, like, if you don't make it back next year, it's the year after. Kind of like with the Broncos when they got beat by the Seahawks. They didn't make it back the next year. They made it back the year after that. Or Philadelphia when they lost to the Chiefs. They didn't make it back the next year. They made it the year after that. So I probably don't see it made next year. It has to be maybe the year after that. But if they don't do it the year after that, you're probably gonna have to either move the coach or the quarterback, and it's probably going to have to be the coach if you're really going to be serious about winning the Super Bowl. Because
I mean, y'all have a lot to look forward to, honestly.
Yeah,
like, just excitement. Only thing I would suggest is the Patriots just need to get younger in the skill positions. Fine, you know,
he's one. He need a one.
Yeah, find those prolific weapons. You know, Hunter Henry. You know, Stephon Diggs. Those guys are cool, but they've been in the league for a while. They're starting to turn into journeymen at this point. You need, you know, that tandem that you could pair with Drake May. And so, you know how Patrick Mahomes had Tyreek Hill, Josh Allen had Stephon Diggs. You know, Drake May needs his number one guy, and I feel like you guys are going to be competing or contenders. You know,
Justin Jefferson, man, go get Justin Jefferson.
Well, on that note, you know, after the game, Kenneth Walker was the Super Bowl MVP. Was he deservingly the MVP, though? My answer is somebody had to do something in this game. I mean, you could have gave it to the coach. I mean, at this point, you could have said you could have gave it to the opposing team because Christian Gonzalez, that boy showed he probably the best corner in the league. Like, well, he put on the show this playoffs, but I mean, Kenneth Walker had the numbers, and he was the bell cow, and he was saving Sam Darnold all game. So, if you don't want to go him, you can go to who my pick was, which is Ernest Jones IV. He had 11 tackles that game, nothing else outside of that, but he led the defense that shut out the Patriots. So, I mean, that's the only other direction I could see.
I don't think they got it right, personally. For me, like, NFL's always just like a little bit too plain Jane with the MVP or the Super Bowl MVP. It's always like the obvious guy. For me, I would have picked the kicker. I know everybody's going to be like, Kenneth Walker got him within 0 yards, blah, blah, blah. But he scored 15. Most of their points. Yeah, he scored most of their points. And then he broke the playoff record for most points scored in the playoff. And he broke a Super Bowl record for most points scored in the Super Bowl. Yeah, it would have been a little bit unorthodox, but I would have given it to the kicker, bro. Like, I'm just being real, Jason Myers.
Nah, I like that. Is it really unorthodox to give it to the player who did the best, who did their job
in that game? Yeah.
I mean, I like that. Because that would have been a slap in everybody's face for just doing a weak Super Bowl. Super Bowl was weak, Chris.
It was weak. And I'm not just being salty, but it was kind of dry.
It was weak. Yeah. Give it to the kicker and make it be a slap in the face to everybody. Like, what was y'all doing out there, bro? I mean, the defenses were good on both sides, but come on now. Y'all was just not playing. The offenses just were not playing well.
Yeah. But season's over. A lot to digest, a lot to look forward to as well. But ESPN is looking forward. Just put out their way too early power rankings for the year. Brian, any reactions to the power rankings? I can read off the top 10 for you real quick. Obviously, number 1, Seattle. They have 2, New England, 3, Los Angeles, 4, Denver, 5, Buffalo, 6, San Francisco, 7, Detroit, 8, Philadelphia, 9, Jacksonville, and 10, Green Bay. Just missing it is Chicago at 11. I'll just honorable mention them. Yeah.
Man, they create these lists to get reactions. I just think that how does the Lions jump to 7 and they ain't even make the playoffs?
I don't know.
You know, Lions, I mean, lately have been an injury-prone team, but they had all their players. They had Sonic and Knuckles. They had Amon-Ra. They had Laporta. He came back. I mean, they just dropped the ball. They were wishy-washy and inconsistent, and they're like, oh, it's the offensive line. Where the year before and the year before that, they had one of the better offensive lines. So I'm lost on the Lions. That division is not getting easier. I don't know how they jumped the Bears. Like, I mean, yeah, that one was crazy to me. If I would like to see anybody in the top 10, it would probably be the Texans, though, for sure. If anything, you could say they have a CJ problem, and that's it. And CJ showed that he has some potential, so that could be changed around next year. So Texans at 13, Lions 7. I don't get that. Jacksonville, I was gonna say something because I feel like they're one of those organizations that one year they're great, the next year, it's every other year for them. Who any outliers on your side?
All right, I got a problem with the Patriots. Like
Being one?
no, being two.
Being two,
I got a problem with being two. I'm not gonna knock them. I'd probably maybe keep them in the top 10. I think they're way too high. I feel like again going into the season, I did not have them making the playoffs, but next season's gonna be brutal, bro. That schedule, they get a first place schedule. I think they get the AFC West and the NFC North. So if they find a way to get this ranking, I'll be honestly gobsmacked. But yeah, outside of that, yeah, I agree with you. Honestly, I'm gonna make us think about Jacksonville. I think Jacksonville should be higher. They're young. You're right about the organization, but
yeah, it's an organization thing. It's not.
But this year, it felt different a little bit. Like when they were losing or whatever, they took their lumps, and Trevor didn't go into that shell. He kind of just like powered through it. It was like, all right, bro, I can be a quarterback. So again, I'm with you. The organization is the only like question mark, but from a player standpoint, I think the Jacksonville Jaguars should be higher. But yeah, outside of the top 10, any other question marks you got? I got one other one. I want to hear yours first, though.
Oh, bro, get my Browns out of 32. Like, what's up? Like, Browns 32. I seen it. Y'all gonna bump us up. Y'all gonna bump us up a little bit. Like, the Raiders ahead of us? The Raiders. The ones where Max Crosby trying to leave already. They already got offseason drama. Ain't even start yet. And, I mean, yes, they might get Mendoza, but Mendoza is probably just a start. They got issues everywhere. Defensively, offensive line, no skill positions. The Browns got a defense at least. And we can get some skill positions in a trap. At least we know who our quarterback is next year. And I think they do too. But I just think we're a little farther ahead schedule than the Raiders and a few of those teams, like Arizona as well. Why is Arizona ahead of us? They might be running it back with Jacoby Brissett. Like, come on.
I don't know why Arizona's ahead of y'all.
Yeah, like, I mean,
yeah.
They just don't like the Browns. I get it, but
yeah, that's weird. And we don't know if Arizona's gonna have a quarterback. For me, I got a problem with the Saints, man. The Saints are way too low. Saints should definitely be top 20, at least going into next year, ahead of Pittsburgh. Stop playing with me. Again, the same thing you said about the Jaguars. Same thing could be said about the Panthers. I still have question marks about Bryce Young. Minnesota, JJ has question marks. I think Atlanta would be good, and I think people are a little bit too high on the Giants. I'd have the Saints in the top 20 before ahead of any of those other teams. And definitely the Colts. Come on, the Colts. Come on, like if there's two things that Daniel Jones has proven is that he's either gonna get hurt, unfortunately, or he's just not gonna be good. This year he was good, but unfortunately he got hurt. So
yeah, I mean you can rework any of these teams a couple positions, but yeah, I don't know. I agree with that too. I agree with that. I like the Saints a lot. I think the Saints are their quarterback, and Kellen Moore might be that guy at the coaching position. So, but yeah.
All right, man. Before we close out the football section, we're going to talk about football from across the seas, as the international world likes to call it. And this is my soapbox moment, y'all. It's not really more of a moment or anything like that, but a call out, if you will, to all the Arsenal fans out there. The Boogiemens are coming. Man City, yes. Listen, Man City at this point right now is only 4 points back of Arsenal. And if anybody knows how history goes, is that Arsenal is going to get chased down by the big bad men in blue. Pep Guardiola is going to find a way to lead us to another championship in dramatic fashion. Last game winner, end the season, City quadruple, close it out. Greatest team in the land, greatest team to ever exist in Premier League history. I feel it in my bones. I'm calling it now, right here, right now. Man City are going to win the English Premier League championship. I'm sorry, Arsenal. History always tends to repeat itself when it comes to your club. Can't spell Arsenal without L. And that's my soapbox moment. Ha ha!
Hey, I love it. I love it. I love to switch up, man. We take it to the EPL, and you're right. Arsenal can't deliver.
They can't.
It's not in their DNA. It's not in their DNA to deliver. And then they got Big Daddy waiting behind them.
They can't hang. Hey. Right, every that Chrysler 3,300 always look like a phantom till a real phantom come through, boy. I'm telling you, man.
I mean, it could have been y'all. It could have been Liverpool behind them. They was gonna blow it, Chris. They was gonna blow it either way. It didn't even matter if it was y'all or not. And history looked like it's gonna repeat itself. I like that one, Chris. I like that one.
Yeah, man. But that's the football for today, man. Let's switch it over, man, to the other side, Brian. The basketball. We love that basketball. All-Star weekend. All-Star weekend. Y'all know my gripes with All-Star weekend, man. But Brian,
give it a rating.
It was a new format this year. A lot of changes, a lot of switch-ups. What would you rate this weekend for All-Star weekend in the NBA?
All-Star weekend get a 8. I'm going 8. I actually enjoyed it this weekend. They lose some points for it starting at 5 p.m. that might knock them down to a 6. That 5 p.m. start threw everything off because I think everyone was expecting the typical 8 p.m. time. Have something to do at night, get some wings, drink a beer or something, and just have the All-Star game on. But you actually have to watch it because it's 5 p.m. during the day. Whatever you got going on, you got to sit down and you got to lock in if you want to watch the All-Star game. But I enjoyed the 3-point contest. I enjoyed I think it's the skill shot challenge where they bring in the old heads and they mixed up the teams. I enjoyed that. So I give it an 8 overall. How about you, Chris?
I'm gonna give it about a 6, man. Still feels a lot of gimmicky. We need some stars to do the dunk contest, man. It's really imperative, bro. It's not just about the All-Star game. The weekend itself should matter. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I didn't like the fact that Damian Lillard was in the 3-point contest.
That's a good point.
Like you didn't play all year, bro. Like, why are you here right now? It was a great story. I'm happy for him. But again, like the NBA just reaching a little bit too far. Like, like come on. You want to talk about the game itself?
I mean, listen, bro. It was the 3. I mean, I'm not mad at the whole Dame thing. Bring Dame.
It was nice. Back. It was nice though. Like it was a great watch.
Shoot. It was a great watch. And y'all can't outshoot him. I mean, listen, y'all dropped the ball on that, but I do want to bring up the dunk contest, though, Chris. It's time to get rid of the dunk contest, if anything. And the issue is if you get rid of the dunk contest, what do you replace it with? Or do you just get rid of Saturday night altogether?
They got to do, if they're gonna do it, they got to do, like I said, King of the Court. Like they be playing at the Olympics, the one-on-ones. Like, and shout outs to the ladies. The ladies are doing it. Yeah,
everybody's talking about they loved it.
They doing it, and it's tough. It's nice. If you ain't got the bag, you ain't got to play. We want the players with the bag, like Kyrie, like the Stephs, the Paul Georges, the guys who can work and get a bucket. You ain't got to be an all-star to be in it, but we want to see the guys go at each other one-on-one. And if some of the players are willing to do it, put the cash up there and make that the thing. If they're not going to do the dunk contest, I really just think like guys like Ant-Man, like his rookie year, he should have did it. Like, you're blessed with bounce. You don't understand. Like, you'll get 50s, bro. You dunk high and ferociously. People like that stuff. Like, I like that stuff. Josh should have done it. Zion, like, it's all right. So what? You lose. Maybe you miss a dunk or smoke one. Like, your life doesn't change much, bro.
Yeah,
like,
LeBron ruined it. LeBron ruined that for stars.
Yeah, no way. Yeah, he did. Yeah.
He did.
And
no I like your idea, king of the court, but these NBA players pussy, Chris. The same issue you got with the dunk contest, they is not signing up for no king of the court. They is not. You think I'm about to take on my off weekend, play 1-on-1 and get embarrassed? No. You know they not. So we gotta find something that I mean, something fun or exciting. But yeah, man. But honestly, the reason I really did give the All-Star Weekend an 8 is because of the All-Star Game itself. Chris, they delivered. It gave me that old school. I was reminiscing. I had that young kid nostalgia watching that game because they came out hooping, playing defense. When Wemby first played the game, they were in a play for Wemby, got the first bucket. They tried to do a layup. Wemby put it on the glass. Game on. Everybody started playing. Everybody was playing defense, or they was playing defense, enough defense. Let's just say that. And then having it the tournament style, I think that was pretty nice as well. But overall, it just shows you that the All-Star Game didn't need to be changed or reformatted. They just needed effort. The players just need to put forth effort. So I love what Wemby did. I love the talking by KD. I love the build up. And them guys came out there and hoop, especially Kawhi. It was a show, man. It was a show. Any thoughts on the game? Any highlights? Any moments?
For me, it's going to be interesting because you're right. There was the effort. Shout out to Wemby. It was evident from play one he was going to play hard. He really wanted to win. But every time the NBA like makes a new switch, that first one always looks like great, real good. So I agree with everything you said. I just want to see how it carries over into next year and then the year after that. I think the world will try and get their lick back because a lot of their players were hurt. SGA, Luka was hobbled. Jokic, he's injured, but he ain't really play. Yeah, and then Giannis and them. But I don't think it'll change the outcome because I think the world players will want to show up for that. But I think it'll be a better game for that aspect of it. But yeah. We just got to see how it works out going into further seasons because again, once they make the switch, I remember the first time they did the point thing. That looked cool. It was cool. LeBron versus what was it KD team? Yeah. So
you're definitely right. We at the end of the day, it's all effort. Whatever format they run, is all effort. I would like them to add elements of the team picks. So if whoever captains or whatever get to pick who's on their team, like the U.S. they play in the world, pick their world players. Maybe get some more continuity there. But overall, great job, players. Great job, NBA. I don't know about Saturday night with the dunk contest, but we did see some positives. But we got to get to more pressing matters, Chris. See, this is the only thing about taking time off. We missed the big stuff. Real big stuff. And probably what revitalized the NBA this season for me was the NBA trade deadline because they was cooking. They, Shams and Brian Windhorst, they was going in, Chris. And there were some big deals, over the past by the trade deadline. But, Chris, what was the most impactful or best deal at the trade deadline?
I wouldn't say impactful because it's not going to change their prospects for this year. Okay. But for me, the best one was Pacers getting Zubac. Let's just say what happens with the Pacers in this magical world, everything goes their way. They get the number 1 ball. And they get AJ I can't say his last name correctly, so apologies. Diabasta from BYU. I think they can make the finals again, bro. If that team is healthy, bro, they'd have depth, youth. They'd have to replace their big man Miles Turner with, honestly,
a better big.
Is a better big. But it's really like apples oranges a little bit because Zubac has his flaws too. But I take Zubac over Miles Turner right now. So going into next year, if Indiana can stay healthy, they could be scary, bro. They could be really scary. And we obviously see Tyrese's value because they're bottoming out without him. So if they get the 1 pick, watch out.
No, I really, that was like in the waning hours of the trade deadline too. Did not see that one coming. Did not expect it. But that was a great deal for the Pacers. But being a homer here, I gotta go James Harden for Darius Garland. So James Harden to the Cavs. And I got some time to see it through because before the trade happened, I was against it because of who we all know James Harden is or who James Harden has showed us to be. And that's a player who puts up numbers in the regular season and then falls off in the playoffs or goes missing in the playoffs. And everybody was coming out like this is a bad deal. Everybody was, shaming James Harden's name like he's a flop. He's always running. And I took a moment and I took a step back. And this is before, we all started to see the payoff with him playing well and unlocking Jared Allen. But James Harden, with him requesting a trade, showed that he wants to win and that he cares about his legacy. Everybody said he's trying to run. Yeah, he may be running, but he's running for his legacy. He's not running just for a paycheck. And I know that's what the connotations that everybody's been putting on it. But the Clippers are going anywhere if James Harden stayed there. The East is wide open. Why else would you go to the Cleveland Cavaliers? And that's to win a ring. And to put that ring on your resume, not only MVP, 35 points per game, he's going to erase all of his playoff woes if he can get it done in Cleveland. And I'm a believer, Chris. I'm a believer. I believe they're going to get it done this year in the playoffs. The only team I'm scared of. And we'll get to that later. But I love that deal.
Brian, I'm not mad at the deal, but the only problem I have with it is again, like you said, the last thing those playoff woes, bro. And James Harden has a longer history of showing us in the playoffs. He's just not gonna show up when you need him the most, bro. And that's the problem that the Cleveland Cavaliers had last year. Donovan Mitchell was out there by himself. But listen, he's looked good in the honeymoon phase. You know how James Harden does it. First gets to the new team. He's playing well. But you're right. They do have an opportunity.
It's wide open.
It is wide open.
I'm gonna end it here. I know producer don't go back and forth. I gotta defend my point. I gotta be right. No, but listen, James Harden playoff woes. Yes, they're well documented, but he's losing in the Western Conference Finals to the greatest team that we consider ever, to Steph Curry and KD. He's going to Game 7 in the Western Conference Finals. Now, yes, he's flopped in those Game 7s or Game 6, but he's been there. He's been to the finals before. This ain't a player like a Joel Embiid who ain't never been out of the second round his entire career. But no one talks about him. So that's easy on James Harden. When he in the East, he just needs some luck. And I think we're going to get it.
All right, man. All right. We'll see what happens. But we also saw something, well, not really shocking happen, I guess, this weekend, but more expedited than initially planned. Chris Paul officially retired, just done mid-season. Obviously, he was dismissed by the Clippers. Brian, any issues with how this went down?
Shocking? No. Sad? Yes. They did Chris Paul dirty, bro. Boy, they started trading that man, passing him around, bro, like a hoe. It was like, man. And everybody talking about Schroeder, bro. They started getting disrespectful on Chris Paul's name. Why is his name in trade deals? And as soon as he got traded, they talking about they about to put him in another deal to get him out of there or release him immediately. Like at that point, you just shaming my name. Like no respect for Chris Paul in his final year. It's sad because the Clippers did him dirty. I know there was some drama in the locker room, not saying he was innocent at all. But don't fly that man to Atlanta just to release him in Atlanta and make him fly back home. Just totally disrespectful. And then he gets picked up to get traded. Like I don't know what else to say. I feel like Chris Paul, the point guard, deserved more just from what he's been in the league 20 plus years he gave to the league and leading organizations to the playoffs. Like Chris Paul deserves way more flowers than what he received this final year.
Yeah, I agree for the most part.
Yeah.
And I'm not the biggest Chris Paul, guy personally. He was president of the basketball association. Like, come on, guys.
Like
he ain't got to play. Just get him on a team and let him sit. You know what I mean? I'm not saying he should have gotten like a tour and claps and standing ovations at every arena or anything like that, but he at least deserved to go out. He announced it was going to be his last season. Let him have his last season.
Exactly.
At the very least. But where you got him ranked, Brian, like amongst all point guards all time? I know we've talked about this off the air. We've gone back and forth, but where you got your boy Chris Paul?
Man, I seen a lot of Chris Paul hate out there. I got Chris Paul at 6. I got Magic, Steph, Zeke, Kid, Westbrook, Chris Paul. Yeah, ain't no Stockton on my list, baby.
By the way, I mean 1 through 4, same with me. I go Stockton, Westbrook, Paul. So he's like 7th. And honestly, he's 8. He's 8. I gotta put Nash. Ahead of him, bro.
No, he's better than
Nash. Has 2 MVPs. I know he doesn't deserve.
You already know those both fluke. He averaged like 14 and 10.
He deserves one, but guess what? He got him, bro. He got him.
Well, my only argument to that is Chris Paul's a 9-time all defense. Chris Paul is 9 times all defense.
Nah, I'll keep him 7.
And he's 6 times steal leader. That's 3 times. That's double more than anybody.
I was never a big Chris Paul guy. That's why he should be 8, but Nash fighting for that 7th spot.
Nash didn't blow some 3-1 leads. Nash
Chris Paul.
No, Chris Paul was underdog. Nash was number 1 in the West. Nah, Nash didn't blow a lot, man.
Yeah, him in Flop City. But nah, man. Happy retirement, man. Wish you nothing but the best.
Yeah. Give Chris Paul his flowers, man. We see you in the Hall of Fame. But yeah, on that note, it's time for my soapbox moment. And the NBA is my topic of the day because the NBA has a problem, and that is a tanking problem. And I am your consultant of the day to solve that problem. First, let me just address what the real issue is. Protected picks. All these teams are trading protected picks. OKC, Utah. Prime example. Utah pick has to fall within the top 8 to keep their pick. You know what Utah is going to do? They're going to tank. They are being enticed and encouraged to tank by the protected pick. But okay, how do we fix this? If we're not going to get rid of the protected picks, at the end of the season, we have a tournament where the teams that did not make the playoffs play for their lottery chances. And we put those stipulations in there. You know how you have to play 65 games to be considered for any awards? Well, you have to play 65 games to play in this tournament for your lottery position. So if you want to sit Jaren Jackson and Lauri Markkanen all season and throw them out of games, that's fine. You're going to be left with those same bench players to play for your lottery position. And then teams will start thinking about, should we actually tank or not? Because now we're going to be going in with our 12th man to play for our opportunity at the number 1 seed. I believe that will fix the tanking issue. Adam Silver, you need to get creative, man. You got a problem on your hands. What you think about that, Chris? You gotta like it. You gotta like it. That was well thought and creative. If you put a tournament at the end of the season, that's more TV.
Another tournament.
It's a tournament. It's
tournament.
Another. Yeah, you need another tournament.
This man Adam Silver is gonna create like 20 tournaments by the time he's done with the league, bro.
I think they need to, and they trying to move down the soccer route. You need these players to play more if you want to increase revenue, TV revenue. You have to have them play. And if you're going to if these teams are going to tank, the only way to fix that is to de-incentivize them tanking by making them play. So if you want to be, or if you want the highest chance to get the number 1 pick, you need to be truly a bad team to earn that number 1 pick. Because Utah, honestly, could get in the play-in if they wanted to. They have the talent. But they're sitting there talent and they're folding. So I don't know. I think that's a good remedy to solve the tanking issue. Make them play for their position.
I don't know about that one, Brian. I just don't see how adding another tournament helps. I do like if they do add another tournament, if you had to have played 65 games to play in the tournament.
Yeah, because you see Jokic about to miss out on
awards. Yeah, he's not. Like,
you need to apply that rule to other things.
Here's how I would fix it. Honestly, if you want teams to honestly stop tanking, you got to make the lottery a lottery. Just open it up. Yeah, every 32 team has the same chances to get the number 1 pick or whatever pick after that, and so on and so forth. Guess what? These teams are not going to know who's going to get it. You might as well try and win the damn championship or to make the playoffs to make money. Stop this. Like, you want the lottery to be a lottery, let it be a lottery. You want to fix tanking. Teams won't have an incentive to tank if there's nothing to tank for. That's how I would fix it.
Now that you said it, I love it. I love it. The only issue is that people want to say it's rigged. They're like, "Oh, the rich get rigged." But let them cry because Dallas is not the number 1. We already know it's rigged. Dallas is not the number 1 pick for trading Luka. So,
but the best way to do it is just NFL style. If we're being real, worst team gets the 1 pick, gets the first pick.
No.
But I'd like to just see it make it equal though.
Not NFL. NFL is harder to tank because y'all hitting each other. It's hard to go soft and get hit. But these boys will be throwing if it was. Hey, throwing. I don't know. I think I like my idea, but I do like to make it a real lottery as well, man.
Yeah, because could you imagine if somebody won the championship?
But that's what used to happen in the 80s, though. So I'm not even mad. Because the Celtics kept getting the number 1 pick and they kept winning the championship.
So that would be interesting, bro.
So I'm not even mad at that. The fact that we've seen that before, like the Celtics, they were getting top picks, even recently, top picks, and they were doing well in the playoffs. So I ain't mad at it, Chris. But I don't know. Adam Silver got to get real creative, man, to solve this problem because these teams those funds are not enough at all. But let's keep it pushing. We're going to play a little game with y'all today called Contender or Pretender. We picked some interesting teams that really have something to prove. Are they real contenders or are they pretenders? And we're going to start on the West Coast. And we're just going to kick it off with the Houston Rockets, Chris. Contenders or pretender?
Pretender.
I'm with you on that one. Pretender as well. Why you got them as a pretender?
One, since KD has left Golden State, he just hasn't shown the ability to be a true leader and lead a team into the playoffs past I think the first round, or maybe the second round. I think that's the second round. But then again, you have a young team at that. Şengün still immature.
Yep.
Thompson, he's kind of taking a step back now that KD's there, because obviously it's KD and you want to make sure he has his due in the pecking order. But I don't see them really going deep in the playoffs. Just a lot of teams better than them. So pretender for me.
Cool, I agree. Lakers, contender or pretender?
I don't know. I don't know. Their three best players haven't played enough games. And when they do play, they're pretty good. So I don't know. Yeah.
I'm going contender. However, they do need defensive big men. Jackson Hayes, DeAndre Ayton. That team is just soft, but they have enough offensive firepower to scare anybody. So contender. Spurs, Chris, contender or pretender?
Pretender. They're just too green. And De'Aaron Fox just hasn't done it enough. That's the only guy. Harrison Barnes, yeah, whatever, but he's not a real big factor. Yeah, pretender for now. But
we on the same spectrum right here. Pretenders all day. They only beat OKC. If they match up with OKC in the playoffs, they're gonna get by that round. But everybody else, I don't know. Wemby is all talk to me so far. Wemby do a lot of talking, and then he'll have a good week, and then Wemby start shooting threes again and getting bullied in the paint and can't hold on to the ball. And I'm like, bro, this dude supposed to be the best player in the league, and he averaging 19, 21 over the past month. So pretenders for now until they get a little bit more consistent. Wolves, Chris, contender or pretender?
I'm not gonna cop out again, but I'm kind of with the Lakers, so I'm gonna say contender. They've been knocking at the door. They have probably, outside of Kawhi Leonard, like being Kawhi Leonard, the best two-way player in the West, in Anthony Edwards, like, who can guard up your best player and who can give you buckets. And if he's hot, Lord help you. That team has the continuity. They have the size. And they know how to win games, especially tough games. So, yeah, if they can get contender for me, yeah.
Yeah, Sam, I think Anthony Edwards takes the next step this playoffs. He's already taken it this season. Last season, I did not like what I saw out of him with all those three-pointers. This year, he's mixing it up a lot more, and he's almost to the 30-point threshold, which I feel like in today's league where scoring is high, if you're going to consider yourself the elite of the elite, you have to be averaging at least 30. So he's at that threshold. So I love the Wolves as a contender. All right, let's go over to the East. Let's start it off with my Cavs.
Cavs, Brian. Who you got, man? Contender or pretender for the Cavs?
Contender all day. We in the East. We got enough. James Harden unlocking JT. And guess what? James Harden got to close the games. Donovan Mitchell got you, baby. We out here. We going all the way. I'm a believer.
Pretender, Brian. Y'all some pretenders, bro. Listen, pretenders. Listen, caveat: pretenders until proven otherwise. Yeah. Like, just gotta be real, man. Y'all gotta show me. I don't believe in y'all, especially now that y'all added James Harden. Come on, bro.
Even more.
Come on,
believe land, baby. Believe land.
So yeah, pretenders until proven otherwise. But yeah, next team, Hornets, Brian.
Yeah, this is a wild card I threw on the list, but I like them. I just want to talk about them for real. Obviously, they are pretenders, but they gonna give somebody hell. They gonna give somebody hell. It's too soon. They are future contenders if they can keep this core together, and if they don't have any off the court issues like this team has, I think they can build some continuity and be actually a real team, which we haven't seen in a while for Charlotte. So obvious pretender, but they have been probably the best story so far this year in the NBA.
Brian, they are contenders, Brian.
Don't say it.
They are contenders, bro.
I wanted to.
I'm not gonna lie, man. I've been watching them a little bit more these last few weeks. They are fun to watch. and he has him playing defense now. And that's always been like the scary part. Can this team just show that consistency? We had that 6-7 game win streak that built a lot of confidence for them. And the one thing I like about the East is these young teams, sometimes, like you said, they just give people hell, bro. And they may not make the finals, but they might sneak the Eastern Conference Finals.
They could. Like that Hawks team.
Yeah.
Trae Young.
I wouldn't be. I mean, I'd be shocked if they did, but it's not outside of the realm of possibility. So, yeah, the Hornets are low key contenders, bro. That's my hot take for the day.
Yeah, thank you, Charlotte, for making the NBA interesting. It's been fun watching them, man. It's been real fun. Next team, Chris, the Celtics. Let's do it like this: Celtics without Jason Tatum. Contender or pretender?
Pretender. Pretender. This team definitely has a ceiling, second round, and that's pretty damn impressive considering. I kind of, we'll see if I like the trade or not. With what's his face, Vucevic, whatever. But yeah, Jaylen Brown, if he can hold them to that second seed, he's my MVP right now. But I don't see them getting past the second round. They need JT.
Okay, with JT, they contenders though.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
even off an injury. Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't know because you know he's gonna come back late, and he got
like you thinking late March, early April,
right.
Then
and just start off in playoff ball.
Playoff right there. No, so still pretender.
Playoff ball to come back. Yeah,
that's
You don't just start in playoffs. Start warming up. Celtics. This is the team I feel the most as the Cavs. Because
they're a wild card, yeah.
This is the team I feel the most. So I'm gonna go contender because of Joe Mazzulla, Peyton Pritchard, Derek White, and them guys. They play dirty ball well. Like they do. They win on the margins. You know what I mean? Like you need that tough, gritty team. They got players to do the odd jobs. And Jaylen Brown is showing that he could be a one. So he playing with a chip on his shoulder. And like you said, the Vucevic trade, I don't know yet because he's one of those, I can get you points and boards, but it's really just a facade. I really ain't doing nothing for real. I'm just getting my numbers type of guy. So we'll see how he contributes. He could be like an Al Horford addition, which could be positive. So I'm going contenders. Sixers, Chris. This is the hardest one. The hardest
Brian,
for last.
Like you said, man, I've rooted for them, man. I'm gonna do it one last time. Contenders, bro. One last time. Contenders. Hopefully Edgecombe coming out of All-Star weekend, winning the Rising Stars rookie will kind of get that confidence going to find more consistency. And if he can do that, the way they've been playing, I don't see why not. Because you just need Embiid healthy, and you know what Maxi's going to give you. So contender, and the East is wide open. So I'm go out on that ledge one last time with Philly contender.
Yeah, I think I was on the Philly bandwagon, but I'm off. I'm going pretender. Chris, they got some bad juju there. It's something about Philly, like they've had the best team or best roster in the East for so long. The Jimmy Butler, the Pius era.
That was their best team ever.
Yeah, but even then, like they would still have like the best roster in the East. Like people forget they had James Harden. Like they had the best roster. And this year, I keep waiting for them to explode, and they're not exploding. Joel Embiid is, but I don't trust him in the playoffs. And then with Paul George, that incident, some might say that could be positive, but I just feel like that put a staple on what I feel about that team is that if something can go wrong, it will go wrong in Philly. And I just feel like in the playoffs, something's going to go wrong, Chris.
The only caveat, and I don't want to go back and forth, is they're in the East. If they're in the West, Brian, for sure, pretenders. But
yeah, they've had so many chances, Chris. Trae Young beat them to go to the Eastern Conference Finals. You're
right, but their boogeymen have been the Celtics, and particularly Jason.
Their boogeyman has been the second round.
Fair.
Kawhi Leonard shot Like if they beat Kawhi Leonard that year, they go to the finals. Like,
yeah. But that's it on time, man. NBA's gonna be fun, man. To close out down the home stretch, man. After All-Star break, this is when the real basketball starts. Can't wait to talk more basketball, more off-season football. See what trades, moves happen. Tyreek already got moved, so we can talk about that stuff all later, man. Stick with us, man. Like, subscribe. Ryan, any recommendations for the people on the week, man?
Hey, U.S. hockey, Olympics, tune in. Y'all want to see good sports, just good action, good competitive action? Watch the Olympic hockey tournament. The USA is playing Wednesday. It will be either against Sweden or Latvia. And Sweden been talking that hot, that hot-ish. So tune in, y'all. Root for y'all country.
Appreciate it, y'all, man. See y'all next week. Have a good one.